Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Well, the weekend is finally over. It was a bit of a weak weekend. Now we're having the beginning of a strong week. So it is Monday, October 25th. It's 3:27 p.m. here in Arizona desert. 3:27, a proud Chevrolet engine, classic engine. So let's check out what's going on. Of course, BitcoinToLeave.com got more for you there. This is kind of some inspiring news. Now, large protest against vaccine mandates in New York City. I mean, this is New York City. It's rusty, it's dirty, it's cloudy, it's smoggy, all that stuff. But where you least expect it, people are showing up and waking up. I like seeing that. All right. Breaking: MasterCard set to announce plan to allow all merchants to accept Bitcoin. Cool. And offer Bitcoin rewards. I can dig that. Cool. I mean, I'll take it. That's pretty darn groovy. I mean, imagine if you just using your card and you're getting rewards in Bitcoin. That'd be an amazing way for people to dollar cost average in. Other cards do offer similar things, like the Coinbase's card, kind of crypto debit card, does offer rewards in Bitcoin and such. Anyway, Elrod, stupidest name ever for a cryptocurrency. That's fine. Elrond, actually. So Elrond, check it out. The major exchange launch is locked in. Laser focus on the latest two prerequisites. Elrond network mainnet upgrade. Cool. 2, liquidity bridge. Okay, so Elrond definitely making some cool news in the market. There's a long thread on this where he talks about stuff, all the kind of details of it, which is kind of cool because they definitely know what they're doing. So good project, powerful project, stupid name. And regardless, let's check it out. You can look at the last year. It's been on the up and up. I'm on the up and up right now. If we look at the chart, it's a 4-hour chart. Drag this thing out a little bit. Looks like Elrod right now is working on breaking past previous resistance. So it probably will. 4-hour chart, occasional dump. Visited the 200 moving average, but it's still cruising up. Myself, I'm not going to get in quite yet. Look in the indicators. I think we're about to see a bit of a turn down. On the 4-hour chart, I find that the wave trend oscillator by Lazy Bear is very, very, very good at predicting when things are kind of, pumped out. So if we do look like here and like here, and right now we're getting, here, and again, right now where we are right now, if we look, you can kind of see, well, that doesn't really correspond to too much of a cool off. Eventually it did. Okay. This, yep, that was during a bit of a cool off. This, yep, when it trailed off. So anyway, this is a thing. Right now, I think we're probably going to have another cool off, but this does look like something that could be a real player towards the end of the year, where we're at right now. So I'm going to wait for Elrond to chill a bit, and it might be something to hop in. On the 4-hour chart, I mean, you can get a big picture of what's going on. I like it. Looking at a 45-minute chart, media price action is still pretty darn good. But I am seeing, one thing I would note here, like for media price action, especially on the hourly, if we check out, wow, this is a tough one. Bit at odds here. On the hourly, it looks like, look at the directional index and the ADX and the stochastic RSI. It's moving up here. I mean, I don't know. At your own risk. Myself, I think I don't have to get into this. I just think it looks kind of interesting. So here on the 45-minute chart. Anyway, I won't belabor it, but Elrond, what do you guys think of it? And gals, it definitely looks like it's going to be a player towards the end of the year. It's got great news. It's got some upgrades happening. So I'm gonna wait for it to retrace a bit because I think it's starting to head in that direction. And then after that, boom, maybe I'll hop in when we see a nice confirmed uptrend again. I like to buy on the uptrend from the bottom. All right, DeFi will end poorly without protections, SEC Chair Gary Gensler said. Well, fuck them. Anyway, with that said, Coin 360. You can see here the crypto universe in squares. Bitcoin 62,829 right now. It's coming back after a bit of a weak weekend. Dominance is 46%. Ethereum 4,217. That is rocking. ADA above $2, 214 cents. Solera basically up 210. Looking wonderful. BTC is doing good. Algo. I mean, so many links well up 0.2%, but Magic's in the green. I mean, really, all the big players are doing pretty darn good. So with that said, let's keep on rocking. All right, don't need to look at that. Okay, longs versus shorts sentiment here on Blockchain Whispers. Let's redo this. Okay, longs on Binance, 65%, shorts 34%. Definitely a long bias on Binance for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, 72% long, 27% short. Definitely a long bias for Ethereum. I seem to be missing some of my usual little tabs. I don't know what happened. Do I usually look at more things? Where did it all go? We'll see if it shows up. All right, check this out. Is it going to show up? Sorry about that. Just missing some stuff that we usually look at. Sorry. I'll go get it. What happened? Sorry, guys. I try to have my act together sort of before I start. I usually do, but I screwed it up this time. Let's just... Oh, here it is. Okay, close enough. This will work. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Started. Okay, well, anyway, here we go. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours, 4,212. At least it's above 3. 4, well, that's good. Good enough. We're seeing some upwards momentum. We have a bit of volume, so I'll take it. Look at view.com real quick here. Let me find my win in one chart I like to look at for the futures. We'll come back to that when it finally comes back up. Are you up yet? No. Anyway, but I believe spot was like looking at Binance was like 25 billion, and derivatives were like, here it is. Let's cruise down here. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. And by the way, check out bitcoindailyview.com because it's cool. Always got more for you there. Always got cool looking stuff. Here we go. Boom. And anything else we want to look at? Like for fun, let's look at crypto bubbles. I don't have the essay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, a beautiful green bunch of bubbles in the market today. I like it. All right. Kill that CPU monster. All right. Looking at Binance, 25 billion for spot, spot pairs on Binance, up 2% last 24 hours. Like to see at least 30, but 25, I'll take it. At least we're getting some velocity this week. Like to see about 70 billion in derivatives, basically futures. I should say leveraged trades, not futures, leveraged. So derivatives, 59 billion. Like to see about 70. So starting the week with some upwards momentum, things are looking pretty good. Still volume's a little bit low. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, if I can find it, because everything's gone wrong today. Sorry, guys. Anyway, 4.5 billion for that. Looking at the S&P 500 on the daily, it's a green day today. I think it may be an all-time high. It's kind of what I heard. I don't know that for a fact, but I heard that for the S&P 500, it's an all-time high. Well, it kind of like going back. Yeah, I guess it's an all-time high. Is it? Sure. I don't follow it super close, but that's pretty darn badass. I mean, there's the monthly. Let's look at the weekly. So, okay, had a little bit of a up. Oh, I guess a recent all-time high, and now it just beat it. Okay, looking at the weekly. All right, so anyway, the S&P 500, when it does well, yes, Bitcoin usually does well too. So S&P 500 got a green candle today on the daily after a red candle on Friday. I'll take it. Works. Looking at down here at the dollar strength index on the bottom, overall in a downwards trend pretty powerfully. But today, I got to tell you, it is a pretty strong green candle. So S&P 500, legendary day. I'm sorry, the DXY. S&P 500 on the top. Legendary green day, all-time high, I do believe. Cool. Dollar strength index, powerful green candle, might even break it out of that downtrend that it's been on. So this week, looking good. All right, Bitcoin versus USDT here on the daily. To me, it's great to see this beautiful green candle. It looks like the dollar strength index. It's just not demonic and based on violence. Here's the thing. Looking at the daily MACD, that tangent is beginning to slightly perk towards the up. Let's see what happens. Oftentimes a MACD will cross negative and then get right back to positive or positive to negative. So right now, that was a pretty steep dump. Bitcoin did a bit of a definitely, good retrace here, seeing the daily. So if we look here with let's do a fib, anything that makes sense. Yeah, kind of a perfect 236 bounce, and that kind of pump and dump. That I shouldn't say not pumping and dumping it per se, but that kind of a run up and a little bit of a retrace to a predictable MACD level. I'm sorry, fib level. Sorry, it's been a long day and it's early. I feel good though. Anyway, just scattered. So Bitcoin's been cranking up, made that beautiful 314 bounce on a daily. It's been cruising, played at these levels, makes sense, and now it returned to a predictable fib level. Boom, now it's moving up. Bam, I'll take it. The trick is, got to watch this MACD. When that MACD tangent turns positive, expect, I would say, from what I'm usually seeing, historically, imagine some a burst of energy into the market when that happens, especially with retail. I know that it's ancient, it's on SLAD rules. They used to use it to like trade chickens and rice and stuff, I know, but still, MACD, powerful on the daily. A lot of people watch it. When that tangent turns positive, well, yeah, has some dry powder. All right, with that said, looking at a 45-minute for Bitcoin versus USDT. As you can see over the weekend, this is the 24th here. We finally started moving up. And what was 24th? 24th was yesterday. Sorry, that's kind of friggin' obvious, isn't it? Anyway, the 24th yesterday. It starts moving up. And boom, as you can see, we did run almost 6%. And that's good. And now I'm doing a slight retrace. Now, what I noticed here was, we got above the 200 moving average, got a little blue diamond merit badge. I like seeing that. So up we go, came down, made a bounce. Now, it looks like it went under the 200 moving average, and it did. That's fine. I mean, these things aren't always perfect. I was thinking it was going to end up wicking down or moving to the 314 and then moving up, which would not have been as cool. But check this out. If you look at an hourly chart, you can see on the hourly that was a pretty tight. That was almost 200 moving average bounce. It almost wicked to it. I almost touched it. So, I'm gonna call it 200 moving. I'm gonna call it a 1 hour chart, 200 moving bounce, and the directional index is in a good spot. ADX is looking good. Squeeze indicator shows that we're cooling off. KRI is looking all right. The stochastic RSI shows time to get back in, and wave to an oscillator by Lazy Bear is just being a pain in the ass and indecisive. So with that said, this is not bad at all. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart never got below the 200 moving average, of course. And it looks like, looking at the indicators, looks like, just to me personally, I mean, looking at this chart here, it's indecisive. I can't quite tell you. I'm just glad it made the 200 moving average bounce, and it looks like that's going to continue. Just how much velocity does it have behind it? That's the real question to me. As long as we stay above it and keep moving up, like if we can stay above the 200 moving average in a 45-minute chart, give it 12 hours, give it 24 hours, above, you're gonna see some more and more pump. You're gonna see good alt setups to get into against BTC and USDC or USDT. With that said, let's keep moving. Ethereum, it's just working on getting through previous support and resistance, or you should say previous resistance. Chart's not incredibly exciting, other than we do have on the 45-minute chart, it has been riding the 200 moving average for quite a while, and it's, continuing. It broke above, and it's moving. It's been bouncing off pretty hard. We'll see what it does. Like I say, right now, it's just kind of, you just watch what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin goes up, so will it. Bitcoin goes down, so will it. But what's interesting to me is this, okay? For Ethereum versus BTC, you can see Ethereum has been on this downward trend for a while here on the 4-hour chart. But just recently, it's been challenging it challenged the moving average and got above it, and now it came down and got under it, and now it's above it again. So if we look at just this, if we kind of zero in a little bit here so we can see this chart, see what's going on. Bitcoin has, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, it broke above this orange or yellow trend line that I have here. It broke above it, which also was right there in the 200 moving average. Great. Broke above it, came down, Now it's above it again, above the 200 moving average in this downwards trend line. So I think, look at the indicators here, directional index is in the green. Right now, the squeeze indicator shows that it's cooling off. So anyway, everything's a little funny today. Not sure how to play it. Stochastic RSI shows time to turn up. Anyway, I'm kind of just being a bit reserved right now. Looking at the 4-hour chart also, the way trend oscillator by Lazy Bear, very powerful in the 4-hour chart. It's kind of its sweet spot to use it. As we can see, the wave trend oscillator has just crossed the signal, so that above it, and we're still in the sweet ass middle kind of buy zone. So with that said, we'll see how far this goes. We're very far from the top of the RSI cave. So boom. So I mean, I'm just not quite ready to get into anything right now. Of course, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. We've had a shitty downtrend for a couple of days, especially over the weekend. Now we're bouncing hard off a predictable 236 on the daily chart for Bitcoin. Looking at a 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, we burst above the 200 moving average, came down to it, and then basically kind of did a little bit of a breakthrough, but bounced off of it. Looking at an hourly chart, it's pretty damn sweet. Looks like a nice 200 moving average bounce to me. But right now, looking at, especially with the volume of only like 4.5 billion, I mean, it did a big push. Now it's cooling off. I'll just be happy if it goes sideways and gradually begins to move off that 200 moving average and gives us some confidence it's going to stay there. I'll be watching alts for good plays. And the thing is, once Bitcoin's above that 200 moving average for 12, 24 hours, if this is looking strong and moving up, if we start getting a squeeze indicator showing upwards momentum, and like this 4-hour chart looks good, and then if we start seeing like the immediate price action looking strong, which it definitely is, squeeze indicator showing some green, directional index is in the green, ADX is high enough. Although I will say this though, looking at the hourly, especially, stochastic RSI says it's time to retrace a bit and chill out. But looking strictly here at the 45-minute chart, which I like for immediate price action, we're above the 200 moving average. I like that for Ethereum versus BTC, and we're moving up. And I'm going to watch this and keep looking at that 4-hour in that 45-minute chart. And when I see a sweet spot, especially after Bitcoin's been above the 200 moving average for at least 12 to 24 hours, I might hop in this because, as long as Ethereum is out gaining percent-wise Bitcoin, it's a sweet, sweet trade. I mean, one of my favorites. I love hopping in there when I can. Doge versus USDT. It's nice. It made a powerful burst off the on the 24th, right? On the 24th, yesterday, made a powerful burst off that 200 moving average, retraced, burst, retraced. And of course, it's basically hanging out right now where it's had some previous support and resistance. I can dig it. I'll take it. Let's just watch this one. It's nice to see Doge get back in the action. These indicators definitely show like it's a bit extended, but directional index is in the green. ADX is dropping. KRI is still in the green. I wouldn't hop in this right now, but it's nice to see it moving. It will most likely, looking at this chart here. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. Looking at this guy here, yeah, you know what? I think it's gonna probably Doge versus USDT. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's previous. You can kind of see support and resistance here. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for a break above the current level where it's at, and it's not quite ready to hop in this guy. Still a little bit weak looking, but I'm glad to see that it broke above. I think it's definitely probably, I'm going to be watching this close. I think Doge USDT definitely could be making its move towards the end of the year now. Let's see how it stays strong, what it does. Right now, I'm indecisive about the chart. Should be Eno versus USDT, which does everything that Doge never will. Basically, it moved up hard. It's beautiful. The last couple of days, it dumped over the weekend. Yeah, we know that. Had a run up right now, pretty deep red candle, and it's coming back. It kind of did a 236, you could say bounce there, but I mean, it didn't quite reach the 236. But you can see on the hourly, a nice wick almost down to the 236. And these indicators in general look like it's time to just continue. It's probably going to go sideways for a little bit. It will probably, it's probably going to range right in here. and eventually break out if that's the direction it goes. We will keep watching. Stochastic RSI is cooling off. Lazy bar indicators cooling off. KRI is in the green. Digital index is in the green, but cooling off. Let's just, I'm myself going to play this one safe. I've already got my Shiba Inu. I like to up it, but I'm not going to up it right now. I'm not going to go in more on Shiba Inu. Anyway, so I'm somewhat indecisive today. I'm just, that's the way it is. Let's see what happens. I'm looking for, everything seems a little bit just kind of like it woke up this morning excited, you know, and blasted off, and now it's kind of like flaccid. It's like, you know, it's nothing's really too exciting, but that's good because if nothing else, 45-minute chart, we broke above the 200 moving average with the with Bitcoin, retested it hardcore, bounced hardcore. Let's go on the 45 in the hourly chart, daily chart making a beautiful bounce off a predictable 236 fib level, and then right here, of course, watch that daily MACD tangent when that turns positive. That's going to be good even before it crosses positive. So let's just see what happens. I feel like everyone's kind of waiting to see what happens. I'm not seeing any sweet spots really to hop in quite yet, but they're setting up. This week is setting up. So with that said, remember, Bitcoin truth seekers, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit banker cries. And I wanted to mention, link to over at bitcoindailybview.com, link to it in the show notes here for the video. You can always hop on the Telegram chat for bitcoindailybview.com. You can always hop on over the Discord server, whichever one works for you better. It's got both. A few more members in the Telegram chat than the Discord, but they both happen. They both work. A lot of the same members kind of on both sides. We post memes. We're irreverent. We're kind enough. I talk about crypto. It's a great place to drop good charts that you find. Great place to chart, just to mention news articles, cool stuff, whether it's related to crypto or not. If it's interesting, it's interesting. And I will, most of the cool stuff people mention, I do mention when I do this. So anyway, everybody, like I say, as always, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit, globalist, just garbage, whatever, cries. Anyway, take care.